pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call roll, please.
I moved your chair, Joe.
Stirrett.
Here.
Audie.
Here.
Clark.
Here.
Cooper. Here. Conan.
Here.
Ballard.
Here.
Bullock.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone has the agenda in front of them tonight. I'd like to add something under new business, letter D. And the name of it is address zoning compliance at 74091 Church Street. Are there any other additions, deletions, or is there a motion at this time?
Madam President, I'll move the agenda be accepted as amended.
Motion by Mr. Ballard. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Mr. Clark. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Any citizen comment on non-agenda items? Any citizen comment? Hearing none, we have no presentations tonight. Everyone has their administrative reports in front of them. We have a lot of F&B reports. I'm not sure we were able to get through all of them.
I did all the afternoon today.
Is there anything that you'd like to discuss in those, Mike? Mr.
Pretty
Stern?
much, most of it was, we've talked about on an ongoing basis, just wasn't in print. The end of June, I do need to get a final reconciliation of the yearly maintenance cost, in which we normally, if you look at one of them, we'll just add it to the next year's, because it's usually almost used up. There were a lot of call-outs to 1 month, we've already discussed it. It appears they're having trouble with the air conditioner, so I'm gonna talk to Chuck and figure out some stuff about that. But it didn't appear the monthly flows are in the extreme besides during that one time period. That's about all I have. The rest of it's stuff that would just put you to sleep probably.
Survived the fair okay?
Yeah, no problems there. I don't even think they worked overtime. I don't know for sure, but when I stopped in during the fair, it was business as normal. That's pretty good.
Yep.
So,
And those catch up all of the reports from April, May, June, and July.
correct.
Yes.
Computer's up and running.
Does anyone have any other questions for Mr. Stern? Hearing none, we can open up at this time for any liaison reports.
Madam President, you have a report on the East Main Street project. Giffords has placed the RFP and the RFQ on the MITA for advertisement on August 14th. 9 engineering firms have picked up the RFP materials, and 2 others have contacted Giffords about the project. The 2014 East Main Street project bid opening will be held in the village office on Thursday, September 5th at 1 p.m. And Giffords Webster has presented me tonight with a proposal for their project administration proposal. So they've sent that, and I'd like to have that placed on the next meeting's
Please.
agenda.
Okay.
That's it.
Done, sir?
I'm done.
Can I get
Was
copies of that?
You're gonna open the bids at 9/5 or?
We're gonna open the bids for the construction, design, and overseeing for the project. We're not going to award them, we're just
No.
gonna open them.
COX, everybody's overlapped their bids in. It's gonna be 11 firms?
There's 9 with two others have contacted, not them. Right now, we have 9, we have nine people that got it. There's 11 or 12 on here, but 9 have picked it up.
A lot of that's basically the engineering
Yes.
portion.
Design engineering.
It's not the actual construction, I guess.
He said construction.
Design engineering.
It's a design engineering.
Okay. Just to clarify, please. I was confused too. Madam President, also from Giffords, they're working on continuing the evaluation of the plant. And don't forget that cleaning and televising of the sewer lines is still expected second week in September.
Any other liaison reports or any questions?
I talked with the chief today too, and, at the fair, during the fair, I should say, there was approximately about 20 arrests. And of course, you know, with all the out-of-town people, it's probably the ones that, most of them, is the ones that gets, you know, incarcerated as such. And, everything went real well. There was 2 days at the fair that the deputies did not show up, so our department handled, you know, that situation or whatever came up in that particular, then 2 days. Apparently, the sheriff department has had priority on Freedom Hill. I don't know what else to tell you people about that, but, it seems as though to me, myself personally, I think it's political. I mean, not to, you know, back, and, Chief did contact Richmond and also Romeo, and they did offer, and, whatever, is being taken care of by the officers through our, management, are being paid by the fair board actually through the procedures that, you know, the chief has handled here. And so the thing is that possibly with Richmond good old days, chief will offer some of our officers to reciprocate.
And then they'll be paid by Richmond.
They'll be paid by Richmond, yeah, they will not, nothing to do with our taxpayers' money here, so. And that, also the new car is in service, and it's, you see it out, it's a white one with the same trim as the other previous model, previous year. So, later on, we have an administrative policy that, we'll go through that, a little bit too, so, I'll let that.
Perfect. Anyone have any questions? Okay, any other liaison reports? Hearing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Everyone has it in front of them, is the approval of the regular council meeting minutes of August 12th, 2013, payment of bills, and special event permit approval for Armada Get-In. Are there anything anyone would like to pull, or is there a motion at this time?
Madam President, I would like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Motion by Mr. Sturt, is there a second?
Support.
Support by Mr. Ballard. Any other discussion?
And real quickly, if you don't mind,
Mhm.
I just want, I know on the Armada Get-In special event permit approval, I just wanna make sure that they did say that they were gonna leave enough space on the sidewalk, and I believe we've had problems with that in the past, correct, Dennis? Wasn't
I'm not aware of those problems.
I thought somebody called and complained at one time.
I didn't
Yes,
get
there
that
was a
complaint, I don't know who read it.
Yeah,
Planning did,
okay. But either way, just make sure that they are aware of that when they come to pick up their form. I have no problem with the event, I just wanna make sure that, you know, we don't get in trouble and upset some of the other businesses that may or may not be participating in the event.
Okay.
That was all.
Any other comments?
There's a paragraph on one of the sheets that they turned in, that says in the past, the DDA provided the sound system for the parade and announcements throughout the day, we request the village's permission to use the sound system. Just so you know, I talked to Jeff about that, because the village itself is not in possession of that. The DDA is. I have contacted Ben Delecki, who is now the chairman of the DDA. He has, got a letter here that he needs to sign to get in the mail to ask for all of, village property to be turned in here. At that point, though, I don't know what council's wishes would be, if they want me to bring that back for somebody to use the sound system. Do we need a motion whenever that's requested? You know, I'm not really sure where to go with that. I guess once we get it back in our possession, I will talk to you about it. So,
My opinion is that you could handle that.
okay, well, and I'm fine with that, I'm fine with that. So,
Get it back.
yeah,
But we should know where our sound system is.
I know, yeah, I believe we know where it is, we just don't have it here, so,
That could be another box to check on that form,
yeah, if they wanna use it or not, yeah.
sound system requested.
Yeah, Well, and, you know, at first, when I talked to Jeff, I didn't know if that should be a council action, he said no, because we have a DDA, so we're gonna let the DDA handle that. If it becomes a council concern, the DDA chairman then will bring it to us, or to you to, handle, so.
Okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carried. We have no old business tonight. The first thing under new business is police administrative impound policy and procedure. Are there any public comments? Any public comments? Hearing none, please Commissioner Wallach, this is your agenda item.
Chief feels as though that there's a need at times where there's a vehicle stored possibly on private property. And the thing is that the people are requesting the police department to try to handle it to get it off their property, and so that they have it back also. So with a rifle ownership registration, in other words, this is what the police would do naturally, is check the registration with SOS link, and to verify and impound the vehicle, and it would have to be impounded at one of the record drivers' impound lot and such, in other words. And then they would have to actually notify the owners too as such, and try to get a hold of them to see what the reason is there for park there. Usually they're at a lengthy period of time. And so then the thing is that they can go ahead and dispose of the vehicle eventually somehow through the towing company. And then they have to take it out of lien also. So in other words, it'd be put in lien as a vehicle that's been impounded, so that the owner couldn't go ahead and report it as a stolen vehicle possibly. So that's protecting the towing company as well, and also in the police department verifying. And there's a form that they would be using, and there's a complaint number assigned to it. You know, this is what I used to do myself years ago, and it's probably about the same procedure, and there'd be about a $50 towing fee, which, pardon me, we would recover ourselves for the fact that it is costing us going out to look at the vehicle, write up the paperwork on it, because they have to verify the VIN numbers, you know, wherever, if they're hidden as such or whatever, on the vehicle, and then it's taken care of totally, with no repercussions from an owner that has some invested money or time into the vehicle too.
Marv, is that enough money?
Well-
Do we ever incur like court time and all that kind of stuff to where?
Well, this year there shouldn't be any court time.
Okay.
There shouldn't be any court time on this. And so it's just mainly getting it off the property because the property owner, you know, wants it off. And in that way it backs the property owner too, that nobody can report to say it was stolen, they gave it to somebody or anything else.
Right.
So it is a matter of record in the lien as such too, so it's covered.
Okay.
It's mentioned here that this puts us in line with other communities, so.
Yes, yes, oh yes. It's just a policy that he wants to make sure that all the officers have, and they follow through on it too, so, with no problems.
Is it a code enforcement question?
Yes,
Okay.
if I may ask.
Yep.
Marv, would that cover such things, like about a month ago, I had a ticket I wrote on a resident that had a car that was left in the backyard, they were using it parting out. And I pointed out to them that our ordinance does not allow for that, but they didn't want to move it, so I ended up writing them a ticket. Would that include some vehicle like that? Could they impound that?
Well, did the property owner want it out of there or what?
No, they want to leave it there and just part it out.
Well,
Not in the garage.
yeah, you can't have it there for a lengthy period of time, most likely,
Correct.
you know, so. I would check with Howard on that and see too, you know, what,
Okay.
what some of the stipulations are there.
Actually, it says right here under number 8, if it is on private property, the property owner shall make a determination on whether to tow the vehicle. If the decision is to tow the vehicle, the property owner must summon the tow service. So that's,
So they can't make you tow away.
Right.
You know, see, if
You
it's
don't want it.
there, the wording is different. So, I would check with Howard definitely, so, but it's a lengthy period of time to probably use it. And, you know, maybe it's not the best interest, but I would check with him, on that.
Okay. Thanks.
Any other questions? Okay, everyone has the motion in front of them?
I'll make a motion to approve the policy for administrative impound procedure as presented effective immediately.
Motion by Mr. Sturt, is there a second? Support by Mr. Woollett. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Armada Chamber of Commerce, we already discussed the Armada Get-In, and it was already approved. Just to let you know, I saw you guys come in, but.
Look on the agenda, read it.
Sorry, we were late.
That's
We
not
have to
here.
take a long time to get to go.
It's okay. We'll have to get back with you on the PA system, but everything else is all set.
oh, great.
Thank you.
All right, you can talk to Michelle tomorrow about it, she'll get you all the
Or you
information.
can wait and talk to me after.
Right.
Or you can.
Um,
Yeah, we're not.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Just
Okay.
wanted to let you know.
Call me tomorrow.
All right, thank you. You're
right.
welcome.
Thanks.
The next agenda item is Eagle Scout Project in Memorial Park. Are there any public comments? Any public comments? Hearing none. Park Commissioner Audie, this is your agenda item.
Michelle wanted me to put this on the agenda, just so we're updated along with making an official record of it. That way we can receive it. That's it.
Well, my concern mostly was that, I'm not sure what the requirements are from the Eagle Scouts, but I didn't want, I just don't want any hiccups forever. So,
Gary, maybe for the viewers, you could explain what's going on with this. This is a pretty nice project that,
Sure. Robert Darling, an Eagle Scout candidate, is going to put a Veterans Memorial in our park. It'll have a list of Armada veterans that have honorably served, and it's going to go by our sign in the park, and we're going to do some new landscaping around it. It's been all funded by Robert, and a couple of anonymous donors, after reading about it in the paper, coughed up, I think, $1,000 for it.
oh,
So-
that's great.
Yeah, really wonderful.
Great.
Then you'll let us know when the unveiling is or the
Yeah.
ceremony?
Where exactly is he going to put it?
He's going to be putting it by the sign. He put a diagram on there.
Not by the rock.
Not by the rock, by the sign.
Yeah.
But it would be right in front of the sign?
No, behind it. We're going to offset it.
So it is, only faces one way?
It only faces one way.
Okay, so it'll face the park.
It'll face the park for people that are out there enjoying it.
Harry, on page 4, you sign beneficiary. We're not funding any of this, correct?
No, it just, if you read what it says that we're accepting the donation.
Okay.
We have to sign that and accept it, and then it has to be approved by the local PAC, and then by a unit committee, and then by the, I guess, regional or headquarters for scouting.
It was just, what threw me was that we're signing where we said we were going to support it financially.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see that you were accepting it. I see that as saying that we're going to
It
support
says-
financially.
It says down there, we realize funding on our part is not required. But we have informed the scout of financial support, if any, that we have the right to.
I just wanted to know if we agreed to it.
Nope, that would have to have council action.
Any other questions?
This in no way rededicates the park or anything, does it?
Nope.
Okay, so good at that then.
it's already a memorial park.
Right,
It's already a
right, that's what I'm
memorial.
just saying.
Well, he, according to the paper, it said he had to have this done by
Yeah, by-
early October.
Yeah, if he doesn't do it by his 18th birthday, he loses his, I guess, Eagle eligibility. So it's down
So
the wire.
hopefully- Yeah, hopefully we'll know ahead of time.
We need a motion.
There's no motion, just,
Just wanted to
It was
record it.
just,
in
yeah,
minutes.
just an update so everybody knew what was going on, cause I read about it in the paper, so.
good job, Harry. All right, next agenda item, Memorial Park fence repair replacement. Are there any public comments? Any public comments? Hearing none, this is, since DPW Supervisor Saratowski is not here, I believe it is clerk Cole.
There are some portions of the chain link fence between Memorial Park and the houses on Burke Street that need to be replaced. There are holes in it, there's some deterioration. Ed just wants to seek bids, and we'll bring it back hopefully at the next meeting to get it approved.
Madam President, I resolve to allow DPW Supervisor Saratowski to seek bids to repair/replace the chain link fence in Memorial Park.
Motion by Mr. Ballard, is there a second?
Support.
Support by Mr. Clark? Oh, Mr. Wolock, sorry. I'm used to you, Mr. Clark.
I think all three of them.
I know. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Next agenda item is address zoning compliance at 74091 Church Street. Are there any public comments? Any public comments? Hearing none, this is my agenda item. To address the zoning compliance at 74091 Church Street, the Church Street property is being occupied without a certificate of occupancy or zoning approval. Civil infraction tickets have been issued to the property owner in order to secure compliance with the zoning ordinance. The property owner responded by making an application for a special approval land use approval. For reasons unknown, the property owner withdrew the application. To address the non-compliance, it is necessary at this time to authorize the village attorney to pursue all legal and equitable remedies to secure zoning compliance for the property commonly known as 74091 Church Street.
Madam President, I move to authorize the village attorney to pursue all legal and equitable remedies to secure zoning compliance for the property commonly known as 74091 Church.
Motion by Mr. Ballard, is there a second?
I'll support.
Support by Mr. Sturritt. Any discussion?
Sherry, can I vote on this? Because this never came up in front of planning, but I know we only get to vote one time, correct?
That is correct, so you would have to abstain.
I have to abstain from this one.
If I may,
Yes.
here we're just authorizing the attorney to look at
Right.
it.
It would be a
Yeah,
different-
that's not an exact
At the
motion, you
planning
guys
commission,
can-
they're not authorizing the attorney, so I think they're.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like an end result.
Right.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you did that exact motion.
No, this has actually never
think
come in
it's
front of the
okay.
planning commission.
Right.
Okay, good job,
Anything.
Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, any other discussion? We're gonna do a roll call vote, please.
Ballard,
Yes.
Sturritt,
Yes.
Audie,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Wolock,
Yes.
Conan,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Motion passes. Next agenda item are the upcoming agenda items. I do believe we have the Giffords Project Administration on there, is that correct?
Correct.
Any other upcoming agenda items anyone would like to add?
Next meeting, I want to add, some reallocation of park money to their capital outlay fund. Just so that everybody knows. So it'll be a budget amendment.
Any other upcoming agenda items? Hearing none, any citizen comments? Any citizen comments? Hearing none, any council comments? Any council comments?
Everybody have a safe Labor Day.
Yes, have a safe and happy Labor Day. Any community events? Okay, we have no closed session tonight. The time is now 7:25. Is there a motion? Motion by Mr. Wolock, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Conan, any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, nay. Motion carried, meeting is adjourned.